everyone, it's time to deck out your deck with hot tips from designer Brenda Danso. Brenda, what are the things we need to consider when we update our outdoor living space? It looks like you're in a nice space right now.
I am, Tracy. So before you deck out your deck, the first thing you want to do is you want to get a contractor. This may not be the project that you do a DIY on. So finding a good contractor is super important. And then one thing we also did is visualization is really great. So for visualization, we used 3D VR designs, and this was great because we were able to get a visual rendering of the space. We knew exactly what the space could potentially look like before we made any horrible mistakes, so that was pretty neat as well. And then the other thing that we looked at is in terms of function and lifestyle, we looked at doing a multi-level deck design because that was really great to get the design going and making sure that you have different zones. So those are the first things that we started to do.
Yeah, I love when you do your elevations. They're magical. So you visualize and you put it all out there and then you make it come to life digitally. And it's so good to get the homeowner in that space. So talk to us a little bit about the backyard you're in right now. What was it like before?
So before, this backyard needed emergency help. And so it was very weathered. Although it was still multi-level, nothing was functional. There was furniture there, but there was a lot of mismatch. There was stones on the floor, but really leading to nowhere. So function was definitely an afterthought.
Now, how did you get your little hands in there and transform the space?
Oh my goodness. So Tracy, we went through so many different steps, but one of the first things that we did is we considered the lifestyle when looking at the space. So doing a multi-level deck was really important because by doing that, we created 3 separate zones. So we have the living space, even though it's an outdoor space, we want an open space where we can lounge. And so that was really great. And then we also have our barbecue section if you go upper deck. And then we also have our dining area. So again, you have separate zones. It's super functional. You can entertain, you can cook, you can dine and have that all together on this deck. Another thing we wanted to do is we wanted sun relief because previously there was no pergola or anything to protect us from the sun. So we still wanted it to feel open while having sun relief. So we went with the pergola, this style, and so it works out really well to where, again, you have privacy, but it still feels open. Other things that we focused on too is going with the pressure treated wood was a great option compared to composite because it's much more cost effective and then it's also rot resistant. So that was really important in looking at the material that we specified for this deck as well.
There's something about making it multi-level and having all those zones that replicates an indoor space. And it looks good. It looks like a beautiful, like sunken living room. And that's what we want. We want the outdoors to be that continuation of what we have in our inside spaces. So good on you. Let's get into the personal touches that you added.
Yeah, so personal touches, this is the way to really bring your outdoor living space to life. So you want to add personal touches. One of the things, although we have a built-in seating with the bench, we did that to really maximize the space as far as seating is concerned. This is a 10-feet bench, so again, you can seat a lot of people here. We did not want to go fixed with all of the seating, so we added patio chairs across from it. The setting is really conversational. We have this coffee table in between if you want to use a fire pit. Instead, you can do that as well. And so accessorizing, we focused on keeping things neutral. Because the treated wood is so nice and warm, we wanted to complement that. We added our lemon tree, and then we have our greenery. So lush greenery is a great way to bring in color. You don't necessarily need bright and bold furniture. You can accessorize and bring color in by way of accessorizing. So that is a really good point to look at as well. One thing I wanted to add too is the mirror because it's so unexpected to have a mirror in an outdoor space, but with this rattan ring-like mirror, you can definitely make it work. And one thing I will say is if you don't want birds crashing into your mirror, you want to add, special film over it that's going to be more anti-reflective, so that way you don't have that issue, but you can definitely add decorative elements like a mirror outside.
Oh, thank you for adding that. We do care about the birdies. I mean, a lot of us want to be outside so we can hear them singing. So that's nice that you've thought about that.
Yes.
Great ideas there, Brenda. Anyone else you want to thank?
Yes, Tracy. So we want to thank our friends at Winners Marshalls for this amazing patio set and coffee table set. This lounge space was put together with the help. And then also our friends at Home Depot for this dining table set. Thank you so much. It made everything come together beautifully.
Oh my gosh, yes, the chairs, they're so gorgeous, the whole thing. Brenda, thank you so much for that. Great job.